Hey everybody, it's Egg and Baby in the morning. Hello. Give me a random run. How you doing, baby? I'm on the fence about whether we will have a baby who cries, or a baby who sighs, or a baby who pogs. It doesn't rhyme. I was trying to think of one. 8HDD DVWJ as Apollyon, a character for whom we're gonna win because we just got one of the better items in the game. I mean, this is just it's not even worth discussing. You want to go into the analytics of static tiers? Here's the analytics. It's good. It's not funny. I just, you know, you got to remember, like, these are the first words, and it's kind of sobering to think of. The first Isaac episode I recorded the day is really like the first words that I say every day, with the exception of when I wake up the baby, I go into the nursery and I whisper like, hey honey, did you sleep well? And then I open up her diaper and I go, whoa! And then you know, but I go, no, it's just that wow, I'm just so proud of you that you left such a nightmare in here. But yeah, sometimes I feel like it takes me a little bit at the start of an Isaac episode to kind of find my voice and what I want to talk about, which I think makes perfect sense when you consider the fact that, you know, these are really like the first times that I was gonna say that I like talk to adults, but I mean that's not necessarily verifiable. You know, you don't have to be over the age 18 to watch this video. I'm sure to some extent it helps because there's references to things that happened like before the year 2002. That's crazy to think of, man. People who were not even alive when Canada absolutely crushed the United States in their home Olympics in Salt Lake City 5-2 in the gold medal game, are now able to vote. Wow, it's insane. People who didn't see Brett Hull in tears on his home ice, and then later, then they were only 8 years old when America tried to do the same thing to us, and then Sidney Crosby scored that beautiful goal in overtime to win it on home ice in Vancouver in 2010. It's crazy. Like, you probably don't even have memories of that until maybe I just mentioned it right now. Hey, baby. I'm gonna try a little reroll here. Ah, there you go. Little luck upgrade, nothing wrong with that. If we get a bomb, we can go to our curse room. Oh yeah, NL? How were the 2018 Olympics? Okay, listen, Team Germany. That was it was an aberration on Olympics, okay? No NHL players. Congratulations. And you almost had the Olympic athletes from Russia on the ropes there until you didn't, but enjoy your silver medal, okay? Look, it's not about hockey. It's about national pride. Marie. Jeez, Marie. They're medals! Like I said, it takes me a little bit to figure out what the heck I'm going to talk about. Again, partly because, like, there's nothing else, like, going on right now. I mean, in the world, there's stuff going on, of course, but, like, in my life, not really. You know? Routine daily is pretty similar right now, you know? About... If the baby lets me sleep, you know, 8 to 11 a.m. is like baby plus Isaac. It was a little bit of a baby himself, if you'll allow me to say so. And then 11 to 4 stream, 4 to 7 baby time and cooking dinner. Then after that, you know, you clean the kitchen, you take a shower, you take down the garbage, do any like administrative stuff that needs to be done. Might be like, you know, set your videos, might be like 9 p.m. by then, 9 to 10:30, read a little bit of Peter Lynch's Beating the Street, and then, you know, 10:30 p.m., close your eyes and do it all again tomorrow. I will take, it's a beautiful item. Sorry, I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares occasionally while I'm on baby duty, so I've been describing things as beautiful. It's weird, isn't it, that in... I was gonna say in cuisine culture, which doesn't even make any sense. Oh, do you identify with a culture that enjoys eating? Oh, wow, I wouldn't have thought. Oh, so you're from any place on Earth, essentially. It's like a universal, more or less universal thing, I think. I don't know if there's... Is there a cuisine that's like, we don't do food? I mean, obviously they eat, but they're like, nah, we just, like, pretty much exclusively see it as energy. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. What I do have is a guppy item, and a lot of, like, flowchart potential on this floor, because we also just got the quarter, which allows us to go... Oh, you know what? We can also go in here for a second. Why not? Dude, I'll take sack of sacks. But Saturday is tomorrow, and Saturdays are for dads. And dad's car. Not really, but... And again, like, this is... It's one of those things where, like... You know, I'm not trying to, you know, complain too much. You know, our taxes are done, which is great. At least, like, on the, you know, one of the 17 filings you gotta do. And the most annoying of the 17 filings. So, is great. Previous Saturdays had been, you know, digging into bank records, and, you know, somebody, you know, you email the stuff to your account, and they come back and say you spent 75 cents on, you know, the corporate card, on January 1st at 12:01 a.m., and then you gotta think back in your head, and you're like, oh, I think, like, I had a pack of gum. I think I got a pack of gum from the Alimentation Couche-Tard. Yeah, we don't care to suck up Guppy's paw. In fact, we'd rather not. But now that that's done, I have a Saturday where I can just figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a good time. Can I tell you? I recently, and I don't want to insult one of my... I mean, technically they're not an employer. They're, I guess, if anything, if I'm considered an independent contractor for tax purposes, then they're my client, which is weird. But I'm excited, of course, for the pandemic to, let's not say be over, but, like, as vaccinations roll out, I'm excited for it to recede for a number of real reasons, you know, like not feeling, even me as an introvert is starting to feel the burn occasionally. It used to be like last March, April, I was like, I could do this for the rest of my life easily. Now, you know, it's been a year. And I'm like, you know what? It would be nice on occasion to sit in a restaurant. Or, like, you know, especially, actually, I think now that we have a newborn, or, you know, a baby at least. It might not be a newborn anymore, but, like, man, it would be really nice if there were, like, some baby, like, activities open, so I could, we could get a little bit of a break and speak with other parents of babies and be like, you know, hey, how's it going? You know, just to have some kind of, like... Even, like, just, like, a moral support network. So I get that, but, of course, you know, it is what it is, and it takes some time to get there. But, a lot of the reasons I'll be the first to tell you, I think, are essentially just, you know, like, extremely first world problems. But I'm gonna say them anyway, because that's kind of what I get up to here. We definitely do not want that. We definitely do want that. That's a huge one. But, like... And my wife and I, we go back and forth on this. You know, I really think, you know, I was born in 1988, she was born in 1992. A 4-year difference is not that much. Oh, hey, baby. But there are some kind of, like, I don't know, philosophical differences that we have about some things. I genuinely think, you know, the older, or the more we get into the future, and the faster the world changes, the more 4 years makes a difference like that, right? Like, I don't think I purchased anything that had online shipping. Like, I was not a believer in Amazon until, like, 2014. And then I bought a book and was like, whoa, that was fast and pretty cheap. But what if my package doesn't arrive? You know, like, I had the same concerns that, like, you know, like an 80-year-old would have about online shopping. I did buy a Pokemon card online. I bought a Ghastly for like 47 cents on eBay in maybe the year 2000. But apart from that, I wasn't really an e-commerce believer, I suppose. Until recently, now I understand. But I'm like a grocery guy. I like to go to the grocery store, I like to get my stuff, I like to unpack it. Because of the pandemic, you know, we find ourselves whenever possible, we'd like to limit our grocery trips, so you know, Amazon does like these monthly subscriptions where, you know, if you eat Let's say you eat a granola bar every other day. They're like, okay, we'll send you 15 granola bars on the 1st of every month. It's so convenient. How could you complain, right? Well, you get exactly what you want. Okay, so here's where the complaint comes in. It's so convenient, except for the fact that now, I would say, every second grocery item, because they do bulk order some of them, or they bulk pack some of them, but instead of having like 3 shopping bags where I come home and put them all in the cupboards and stuff like that, now over the course of 30 days, we get sent like 15 large cardboard boxes that all have to be broken down and then, you know, taken out to the recycling area, and, you know, we gotta store them unless you want to take them down immediately, which you would never do because it's like, it's inefficient to, every time you get a cardboard box, you're gonna walk it out to like a cardboard dumpster somewhere. It, like, I don't know if I'm on the cutting edge of first world problem complaints for this one, but like, I'm actually reaching the point, I don't know if I'm like rejecting modernity and, embracing Walmart or something like that, but like, man, I would, just some days, I'm like, I would rather just go to the store. I would rather go to the store, and because I'm so sick of, like, I'm breaking up more boxes on a weekly basis than I think I did when I worked at Goodwill. And they went through, like 2 box cutters a week. It's, look, again, it's not a major actual complaint, but I'm kind of, like, losing my mind. The amount of cardboard boxes we're getting. Is there a cardboard stock? Can you buy, like, you know, HCBD on the stock market and get an ETF for cardboard? Because I see the cardboard futures as going through the freaking moon here. It's absurd. Anyway, you know, I keep it simmering, you know. I don't want to lose my cool or anything like that, especially over cardboard boxes. But there will be a reckoning, I assure you. Just like Papa John said, the reckoning is coming. And then we all know what happened after that. I think he ate 35 pizzas in 30 days or something like that. Honestly, that's... Instead of being so upset, I was gonna say the Food Network should have given him his own show, because that's kind of impressive. Then I thought about why he was kind of disgraced to begin with, and I'm like, you know what? That's probably not good PR for them to begin with. Let's just move along. I just don't know if anybody else is in this same boat where, like, I don't know. I feel like I've become a master at breaking down cardboard boxes. We definitely want to suck up the coupon. Hey, VV. Hey, baby. That might be one of the best shop items we could actually suck up. And actually, you know what? So I'm happy with stars over Hagalas. I think I want to take this just in case we do get... Oh, there was a battery charge out there anyway. Actually, there were 2. But just in case we get a deal with the devil, we want to have the coupon so we can get it for free. This is now, like, this is the... Well, we didn't get it, but this is the kind of Apollyon run that you dream about. Wouldn't you suggest? She's like, yeah, that sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, Dad. Okay. Do you become rotten, baby? You do. This is a stroke of great fortune. So that's what's going on in my mind. Is like, you know, both a reverence and also a little bit of a resentment building towards cardboard boxes. And again, I can't stress enough that it's a first world problem, but I feel like it's like the Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart. Like every day I look outside and I can still see the corrugation of that telltale cardboard. That's not, I've never read The Telltale Heart, for the record, but I have seen the Simpsons episode where Lisa sabotages her friend's diorama because she's jealous that her friend is, you know, threatening her identity as the smartest person in Springfield Elementary School. So that's my reference. I wish I hadn't spent 15 cents on that, but you know what? We should have used the coupon. I'm still tunnel visioned on using the coupon for the deal with the devil. By the way, again, this is controlled Zane. I'm not re-rolling the whole run because I feel like there's like we've created a run that we very much expect to be. Oh my, aura. That's aura. We've created a run that we expect to be more interesting than the average run that we would get. I can't. Oh, I can leave. Hey, honey. Hey. We've created a run that we expect to be more interesting than the average re-rolled run. So look. Okay, oh my God! What the heck? We've got, every time we press the spacebar, we're gonna get something for free. We're gonna get a pill, and we're gonna get a tarot card. That's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But yeah, look at this run. You would re-roll this run? Oh, rip to you, NL, but I'm built different. Okay, yeah. Try walking a mile in these Louboutins. They don't wear these things where I'm from. She do be making noise. There's no doubt about that. Did I mention yet that we have hit, like... Do you have a problem? We've hit a minor but very nice quality of life milestone in baby times. The baby is now capable of feeding herself. Now, I don't mean that she can walk over to the fridge and, you know, defrost a little a little milk, put it in the bottle, put the bottle in the bottle warmer, and then, you know, screw on the lid or anything like that. But if we place the bottle in her hands, she can bring the bottle to her mouth and drink the entire bottle. Sometimes we gotta reset it, because, like, yesterday morning, like, I gave her the bottle, and she just squeezed her hands together as hard as she could and squirted a bunch of milk right up her nostril, but... A goo to you as well, baby. A goo. That's all I got. That's my life right now. I gotta figure out what the heck I'm gonna do tomorrow. Jeez Louise. You know what? One of a Saturday ritual I have now is accidentally eating so much for lunch that I don't eat anything for dinner. It's no joke. Sometimes, like, because, you know, my wife and I, we're not on the same schedule right now, because she wakes up in the middle of the night to do, like, a pumping, basically. I apologize if that is, like, gross for you, but, you know, how do you think you got here on planet Earth, you know? You think you just got spit out, like, fully formed on the Genshin Impact forums? I don't think so. You know, everybody's gone through it. So, you know, it's got to be done. And, you know, I wake up early because we go to bed early, because I got up early because I go to bed early, and, you know, so we usually, around, like, maybe 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., that's when we start to have, like, the shared portion of our day together. So I'll, like, eat breakfast, maybe, sometimes at, like, you know, 7. Why not, right? I think we want this, though. And I'll eat lunch at, yeah, I don't know, even, like, 10:45 sometimes. And then I'll just kind of let it ride all day. I let it ride until my wife is like, do you want to get something to eat? Sometimes it ends up being like 4 p.m. I eat like a ritual sometimes. It's like we go to like a coffee shop. And there's like, Vancouver's very like hipstery. You would think like if I say like I'm going to get a muffin, I would be getting like a, you know, like a blueberry muffin or something like that. But we definitely should have sucked up the nail here. That was just poorly played. I'd be getting like a blueberry muffin or something like that, but no, it's not the case. Oh, absolutely, man. I actually like, you know, one of the muffins that's kind of been popping off in the Vancouver scene, and you're gonna act like I don't follow the muffin periodicals. I do follow the muffin periodicals. Do you know the Muffin Man, etc., etc.? Muffin Weekly, Muffin Bi-Weekly, Canadian Muffins, Official Muffin Magazine, Inside Muffins, The Baker's Cap, Muffin Top Monthly, etc., etc. I follow them all. Is actually savory muffins that are like cheddar jalapeno muffins. Cheddar, bacon, sour cream muffins. And I gotta tell you, I don't even want to think about the caloric count of one of these sons of guns, but, You know, here's what I do. Oh no. Every Saturday that it's not raining or snowing, we go for like a nice long walk, like 3 or 4 minutes, and then I get one of those muffins and I go, it's not good for me. But on the other hand, I got a little exercise today. That one walk equals one muffin. Upvote to the left if you agree. One like equals one prayer. Have I mentioned before how I've been following this account, Ancient Memes? And it's starting to give me like a little bit of a midlife crisis because many of the ancient memes are actually from like the era after I graduated from university. Like the memes that other people feel are old. Like I saw, because I have a habit of like habitually browsing Twitter sometimes when I find myself with a limited amount of free time. But I saw someone said something that's like not nice, okay? I'm not gonna repeat it, but then it wasn't, I mean, it was considered unacceptable, let's put it that way. And then somebody replied and said, yo, leave that attitude back in 2013, my man. And I went, that's last year, dummy. Then I thought to myself, wait a minute. That's 8 years ago, man. That's crazy to me. I think 4 and 8 years, like obviously 5 years and a decade are like really good times to be able to like contextualize the passing of time. I mean, you gotta just take a tears upgrade. It's worth sucking them up, don't get me wrong, but 4 and 8 years, those are like big milestones as well, because 8 years is like, oh, what are you doing? First through 8th grade take you all the way through elementary school and middle school, right? And then, 4 years is high school or college, at least in North America. And it's crazy to think about. Like, if you were in 1st grade in 2013, you're exiting middle school this year. Assuming, I mean, if you watched me, you're probably very bright. You might have gone to high school a couple years ago. You might be on the 30 under 30 list, but it's crazy. Is that not, like, that really puts it in perspective. Like, 8 years is a long time. By almost any metric, I think. And yet, to me, it kind of, to you, those 8 years were the most formative years of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. It is kind of crazy to think about, for sure. So I guess this is an age episode. I feel the need to point out, I don't actually have any problems with age. At least not at age 32, which is, yeah, that's how old I am. Like, I don't lament the passing of time or the grays in the beard or the, couple extra wrinkles on my forehead. You'd wrinkle too if your eyebrows were raised all day from some of the stuff you see in chat, right? But I do laugh, like, when people that are, like, 5 years younger than you are, like, they make fun of you for being old. And I'm like, someone's got a complex. They don't realize that we're actually, if you're 5 years younger than me, we're the same age. You actually, like, I know you're like, no, we're not. No, trust, we are. Like, if people saw us outside together, unless you look particularly young or particularly old, they would be like, they're probably friends from the same year of high school or whatever. Because, I think it's one of those things where, like, I mean, people age at different rates for different reasons, right? Genetics is a big one, but also, like, lifestyle, how well you take care of yourself, stuff like that. When you're in the high school, like, for the most part, there was somebody in chat the other day who was like, I had a full beard in 10th grade, and my friends' parents always mistook me for, like, other parent, or for another parent. But, like, apart from that, like, that guy, I don't even know, You ever see that photo of The Rock? Where he's like in 9th grade and he's got a like a chest that's like broader across than Ronnie Coleman, who is a professional, like the best professional bodybuilder of all time. Anyway, I needed to put a footnote on the joke so it was understandable. But, you know, once you get a little older, there's a huge difference, you know? Like, I think I look roughly my age. And, you know, just for the Athame lovers out there, there you go. And, like, why wouldn't you use the coupon there? Baby, why wouldn't I use the coupon there? Doesn't make any sense. I look roughly my age, but it's really hard to tell, because once you go bald, you're kind of like... You stop being an age, you start being like a phase in your life, you know? Like, when you're bald, you're either like, he's a young bald guy, or he's like middle-aged, or he's a senior citizen, you know? Like, are you young bald, like the guy who played Lex Luthor in Smallville? Are you middle-aged bald? You know, like the guy from Penny Arcade. Or are you old? That's all you got. But as you get, you know, I think when you're like 16, everybody more or less looks like, yeah, you're roughly the same age. When you get older, you can see, you know, who's been reeling in the years, you know? Even at my age now, there are, you know, there's people I went to high school with who, or people I went to university with, I should say, that they honestly, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it doesn't mean they look bad, but, you know, they look like they're in their, maybe their 40s, you know, and we're in our early 30s. And sometimes it's actually just because I peg other people's ages based on my own age and my perception. Because I wear a hoodie to my job every day, when I see them on LinkedIn wearing a suit, I'm like, what the heck, you're like a dang old grandpa. That's probably not actually the case, though. But yeah, as you get older, a 5-year difference, even like, I don't know what the latest is, but I always, the thing I think about is like whenever you see like a photo or a news story or something like that, and there's like somebody that's like 100 years old and somebody that's 80, and it's some like mother-daughter situation, and they're in the same nursing home. I don't know how it happens, but it's true. At the highest level, like upper maximum, a parent and their child can be the same age, even if there's 20 years difference. I know it doesn't make sense. Just don't think about it so hard. Joker! You know what, we shouldn't, but I'm gonna. And then we don't know where we're going yet. I'm just, mostly, it's always people that are like 5 years young. Well, that's not true, or 5 years older. Sometimes you have people that are like 23 years old. They'll be talking to like a 20-year-old. Wait until you turn 23. Metabolism isn't what it used to be. I'm like, you're the same age. 20, 23. You could play on like the same soccer team in high school. Nobody would bat an eye. It's not like you were born during the Great Depression. They were born during the era of the Jetsons or something like that. Like, you're the same age. I'm just trying to not... I mean, it's a classic Isaac bit, right? I'm trying to not die. This is your prototype in Isaac. When you have a run that's so good, you get a little overconfident about your HP, and then you say, you know what? We're gonna we're gonna start to try to play a little bit more conservative towards the end. We've only got 4 Spirit Hearts. We kind of stopped paying attention to, especially to our HP at some point. That is a great sign. If you can make it through that room without even being in danger, you're gonna be okay. I mean, it's a great item for me to poop on. Sorry. Sometimes, you know, I'll tell you, as somebody who talks a lot, you know, I talk hours and hours every day, which, by the way, is why, like, I've started to, I'm just gonna be honest, I've started to stand up for myself. Like, one of the most common... There's, like, 2 things that show up in chat or in the comments just about every day. One of them is, like, at 4 minutes into the video, says he's gonna do X. At 43 minutes into the video, does Y. What are we supposed to believe? And I'm like, dude, just, like... relax, okay? Like, not every... Like, it's not scripted, right? Like, this is not the Snyder cut where every frame has been meticulously poured over by a guy wearing an Affliction t-shirt. Like, this is, it's all coming off the cuff. So occasionally, and I apologize if this offends your content sensibilities, there's gonna be things that if it was more methodically and deliberately produced, you would treat it as an inconsistency. And then, you know, that I'm just like, haha, good one, you got me. Blocked. Not actually blocked, but it depends on how often I see it, and how much sleep I got the night before. But then the other one is like, you know, whoa, why is NL playing Isaac on stream? He said he would never play Isaac on stream. Yeah, you know, I've said 4,000 hours of stuff. I'm sure some of it is probably, you know, I've changed. I'm talking like literally like 40 hours a week out loud improv off the top of the dome piece. Occasionally I'm gonna walk something back that I said earlier. But anyway, it was a good run. Hey baby. Hey baby. I think I hear mommy. You excited? Uh-oh, look who it is. Okay, well, on that note, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, check me out on Twitch. I'm live every day but Saturday, which will be tomorrow, I guess, when this video comes out. So you might as well follow me. No, it'll be today, actually, now that I think about it. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya!